EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Chargers of San Diego taking on the Denver Broncos. The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And some room to work. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Rivers now from the 50. It's caught by Jackson. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. If you look at this Bronco defense, they enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Rivers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Rivers. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Threes to the flat, that's caught. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Breeze now on 1st down. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Broncos hit 5 and 10 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one. That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice shot.
Breaks the tackle, now Allen. He's across midfield. And down right around the 37. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, this unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January. They've got to improve in this area.
They'll go again with Bell. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Up the middle, here's Bell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Broncos! A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
It's completed to Caldwell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Running right, this is Tomlinson. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6. Rivers fires this into the flat, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll hit Jackson, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake here, Rivers. He gets it complete to Jackson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Rivers. He's got some room to operate. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Tomlinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. And his kick is indeed good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Wide open receiver, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every.
And that is caught by Caldwell for a Charger touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there, and the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try to get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 33 yards that time. Breeze going to throw. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now an inside give to Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep him out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Bell sheds him off. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Bell. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Bell will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Now the try here for the point after. And that makes it 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. The final shot before half for Breeze. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing now is Breeze. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And his kick is good. I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. Into space at the 45. Still going. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 25, here's second down and 7. It's a give, running left, Tomlinson. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 18-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Breeze. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. A screen to Bell. Into space at the 45. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. Breeze. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's a give to Bell running left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Bell. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll try again with Bell. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Breeze now on third and goal. Steps away. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be out right at the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Hold in here, Caldwell. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down.
At the 40-yard line.
Rivers to throw it. It's caught by Jackson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First down, the Chargers.
To throw, Rivers. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Drops this off to Tomlinson, complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. That will throw here to his running back. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Handoff left, Tomlinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The 4-3 defense there did its job, funneling things right to the middle linebacker.
If they do a nice job of playing team defense, everyone takes care of their responsibilities. That allows that guy in the middle to do his job, which is search and destroy.
From the 17, they work on 2nd and 10. Here's Rivers. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now Rivers. And this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Yes, down by a touchdown. They needed a big play here quickly, and they got one. And now, plenty of time. No need to panic, but you do need to move quickly.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw, Breeze. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you certainly have to applaud the effort here. They're not settling for overtime. They're trying to get in position to win it with a late field goal. That takes some guts, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Caught here by Bell. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime, but they've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yards to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Now on third. Knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal and they get the victory.
Yeah, this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rivers. It's completed to Caldwell. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play, they sure pulled it out at the right time. A huge turn of events there.
They'll run Tomlinson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here's Rivers. This will be caught at about the 5. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Tomlinson. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.